the other concern is GDP is not coming out the way everybody's forecasting, and everyone's kind of confused why the economy is not picking up. But some of the recent data that we've looked at the consumer, because the consumer really hasn't responded to oil, we're just starting to see the consumer spend, kind of that middle class spend, particularly on restaurants, kind of dollar stores. So this is where we can actually maybe have a positive pickup moving into the second quarter. Essentially, analysts cut their numbers, the worst that we've seen since 2011, because of energy, because of the strength in the dollar, and it looks like they overcut. So net, half of the S&P is reported, and they're actually reporting better than expected earnings. So I actually think the environment still looks pretty optimistic. The market is not that expensive. Pockets of the market are still pretty cheap, and particularly in technology and big old tech remains very cheap.
Given the weakness in labor data, given the weakness in service and manufacturing activity, you could see a little bit of downgrade in the language in the FOMC statement. And that could be just enough for traders in the short term to continue to sell U.S. dollars. So if you've got a 2-week time horizon, Mandy, I think you could sell U.S. dollars off the rate decision. If you have a 2-month time horizon, the Fed is still telling us they're going to raise interest rates. I think any decline would be looked as an opportunity to buy at lower levels.
What we're actually seeing in products like UUP, and that's your power shares bullish dollar ETF. We're actually seeing investors doing the opposite of what Kathy had said that she is seeing in the currency markets here. We're seeing investors actually build more bullish dollar positions here. So, for example, one of the trades that we saw today was buyers of 25.5 strike calls in UUP expiring next week. So while the Fed may not actually give us a huge event here in terms of a movement in the dollar, we do have non-farm payrolls next week as well. So this position is looking for roughly a 1%, a little over a 1% move in the dollar index over the next 2 weeks.